I can't actually. She doesn't have a bar. I can't see it. So
The bar is about 20% depleted. 20%
20%,
depleted.
about 20% depleted.
Yeah,
So,
1/5.
however many hit points you think that would be for her is your best guess.
Um, about 1/5.
So, however many hit points you think Delwyn has.
I could probably get with a good get my close to most of that.
Judging by how long he lasted in combat, I don't think anybody has an idea of how many hit points Talon has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't know he's sucking life from his enemies.
I know that you can do that, but I haven't seen you cast it. But then again,
Yes.
my character doesn't assume just because I haven't seen you cast it that you haven't done it. You're obviously sneaky.
Yes.
But I'm gonna roll 1d6 for heal.
Make the check first.
Magic.
You still
Alright.
need to make checks with the spell.
Yeah, I forget that sometimes. But
Yeah, it's got a target number. I think it's 11?
20.
Yeah.
Okay, 20.
And should I re-roll my heal check, or does she just take?
Just use the
she's a heal
9.
character 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm going to make a medicine or non-magical heal check on Victor and
Go ahead.
Maximilian.
Target number on Victor is 11.
I'm doing Maximilian first.
That's fine. It's still 11.
Whoops, I dropped it.
Nope. So, yeah. 1 out of 5 is gone. You have 4 left. 4 uses left.
I have 3 uses left.
Oh, you have 3 uses left. Okay.
Why do I have to be honest? Anyways. Alright. I'm sorry, I tore the bandages on that one. I'll have to try again.
I'll be fine.
I'll take some healing if he doesn't. I'll take some mending.
Alright, I'll just use full power magic. Alright, enough of this. 21 health points back.
For me?
Yep.
Oh well.
Hey, what about me?
I'll get to you in a second.
Ah,
Thank you, scholar.
Of course. I mumble out about his comments at crazy dwarf and Orlesian. Anyways, alright, so here's my heal check for him to see if I can use mundane healing. 12, I made it.
Yep.
Heal
takes-
6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
And I have 1 bandage left now after that. No one get hurt, okay? And for my heal check, can I tell about how much health he has left or whatever, or how is he doing?
Who's he?
Vic.
Huh?
Oh, Vic.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
about 15, 10%, 10, 15%.
Total?
I'm sorry?
Of his total or low?
Of his, it's 10 or 15% from the top, from full
Okay.
health.
So that much damage.
So that much damage.
Alright, I'll toss him a tiny heal.
Okay.
And this should do plenty enough for him. 8.
Make
Yeah.
the check first. You keep forgetting to make a magic check.
Ah!
Yeah.
I don't usually forget to make these, but when it comes to the heal check, I always forget.
Go ahead and use the magic check. We'll see if the last 2 worked. Okay, that
Yeah, I
one
made
worked.
it. Yeah.
Okay. So, question number 1. Is anyone doing anything about this potential forest fire over here?
Oh yeah.
I'm just curious if you're just gonna leave with that ablaze still or not. I mean, maybe you will. I just wanted to know if you're...
Any of you mages have some frost magic to do something about that?
Let me calculate how much, because you just remind me I was in the middle of calculating before we went on the break. I expected to calculate my magic after all that healing. So,
It'll be fine, Maximilian. Look at it this way. Now the Dalish know where we are.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah,
Oh.
no skin off my back.
Except that skin off your back. I patched that up good though.
Mm.
I guess so. And well thought, Delwyn. Perhaps you should sleep with the captain more often.
Well,
Wait.
you're just coming right out and saying it now, aren't you?
Wait. What did you just say? What did you just say?
Hey Vic, how about you ask Delwyn? Then I just sheathe my sword and...
Yes, actually. How about I ask
Oh,
Delwyn?
nice returns drop earlier when I was like, that's right, my teammate's subject to a captain.
Nice.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
He, like, the
Brilliant.
dwarf just kind of groans and says, "So you and the captain, eh?"
So, me and the captain.
All right. That actually gives you a bit of respect points for me. Just a little bit. A little bit.
And you get a little bit from me for those reckless heroics.
Everybody,
Rogues disguise stick together with each other, apparently. Anyways, I'm gonna frost spell the forest fire over there, okay?
thank you.
So,
No, our beacon!
Everybody roll everybody roll a natural
yeah,
lore.
got that.
And
Cunning.
also, yeah, this is both cunning. Natural lore.
Only a 12.
Nope.
Well, it's better than everyone else, apparently.
Lots
And
of
then
ones everywhere.
Everyone roll a cultural lore. After that, followed by that.
Ooh.
Better.
Nice.
Well, what do you know?
Wow, David.
Okay.
I know something.
So number
This is
one.
more from Elden area than my character's used to, but yeah.
So
I get extra information out of my roll though with the 14 with my lore ability.
Okay. Sure. Then in that case, both you and Maximilian know the same thing because of your extra information, because you got a less than he did.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are interacting with Vicious Vic, you kind of gather that Victor, he's a little too tall for a dwarf. And his skin is a color that just you've never really seen on dwarves before. It's a bit grayish. You realize that Vic is also a half-breed. He's not a pure dwarf. And both of you, with the extra information, realize that Victor is actually half Qunari, half dwarf.
What a
course
bunch
he
of
is.
misfits.
The other thing is, Gwenail, as you are about to leave this portion of the forest, you're looking back down on the giant tree that you just fell, and you realize that that tree is made of heartwood.
Hmm.
Which I believe is on
Interesting.
Wade's list.
Fortunately, my character would think this is interesting, but he does not know about the list that I know of, unless you would have mentioned it.
Yeah, but you
So
might
I
have.
don't know if
You
you
probably
catch
would
it.
say something at that.
Yeah.
You know that heartwood is a very is a very rare material that a skilled smith or craftsman would be able to fashion into a weapon or armor.
By the way, did I put out that fire also?
Yes, you did.
I
You
rolled,
already did.
Max damage on my house.
Yes, you
Okay.
just did.
Anyway, so I go. So I was like, oh, these trees are made of a material. It's heartwood. I
Sorry, what?
believe.
Heartwood.
Heartwood. It is a.
Wait a minute. I bring up my list.
It's
Heartwood.
yep, it's there.
Hey, heartwood. Can we bring some with us? I know a smithy that would love to get their hands on this. Well, smith, rather.
Oh.
Where do you plan on putting it, in your wallet?
Well, some of us are rather strong. We can carry it. Or perhaps the captain herself can come and pick some up. I don't know.
All right.
We can put some. We can cut some up and put some in our packs just in case for now.
Sounds good.
All right. You guys spend some time to try to gather up as much of the heartwood as you can. You probably don't have enough to carry the whole darn tree monster, but at least enough for what you believe would be enough to create a piece of armor or two. And then you guys, I'm assuming, will journey forth Between Gwenail and Vic, you will arrive at the area where you believe the Dalish would be hanging out. And lo and behold, there does appear to be remnants of a camp, of a Dalish camp that used to be there. But it is completely destroyed. There are, on the tents, there are slash marks, like big giant claws had slashed through them. And unfortunately, there are footprints on the ground. Actually, there wouldn't be footprints on the ground. There are no footprints on the ground, but it looks like this did not happen recently. It looks like this camp was attacked at least a year ago, you would say.
Ah, this is unfortunate.
Well, this is a whole waste of time.
Waste of time? I don't know. Look at all these markings. Do you think they were werewolves?
Looks still like that to me. I don't think there's any beast large enough to make these sort of slash marks.
And the trees seem to be more into bashing than slashing, so...
I wonder if they left any loot around. At that point, he starts looking around the camp, trying to see if he can find anything valuable.
Hey, let me
Well,
help
that's
you with
not
that.
exactly where my mind was going, but...
Okay.
Yes, we should look around. There might be something useful here for investigation.
I agree. Let's see if we can find any trail of the Dalish.
Yeah, maybe they left something telling us where they were going.
Perhaps some form of information, some kind of scroll, scripture, something. Got to be something around here.
Keep your eyes open though. I don't trust this place.
It is unsettling.
Go ahead and roll me your searching. I guess would be perception searching. Perception searching.
9.
Searching? So no, not seeing?
Yeah, perception searching. There's this actual searching focus. Seeing is a little bit different.
Alright.
Maximilian... yeah, go ahead. Maximilian, you find a total of 90 silver pieces. Delwyn, you find 1 sovereign piece and 60 silver pieces. And you, Gonail finds 1 sovereign and 20 silver pieces. I'm basically taking your search check and multiplying it by 10. That's how many... That's how much money you managed to find.
I hate to steal, but this could be useful for our quest.
Indeed. It's technically not stealing, it's salvaging.
Well, when you put it that way. Still, it makes me uncomfortable.
Doesn't look like they're coming back for it.
Yes, it's always weird when you have to salvage, but it is a part of survival, no?
Yeah, our cause is bigger than this.
Everyone roll a perception check. Hearing.
At perception.
Yes, perception hearing.
12.
Perception hearing? Ow.
Correct. Alright. Delwyn, you hear the sound of movement in the shrubbery probably about, I would say, a dozen yards away. Maybe less.
I hear something. Or someone.
Okay.
Oh, when he says that, I just gonna unsheath my sword at once.
About 10 or 12 yards in that direction.
What are you saying?
I'm saying something's moving over there. I don't know what.
Can I maybe make out anything, any type of shadowing or anything like that? Use my seeing check? No,
Sure.
I don't know.
If you guys want to try to focus your efforts towards where she's pointing them out, roll another seeing check.
16.
16?
Oh, and that's a stunt. And it's a stunt, too.
Okay. Okay, so I'll wait for Maximilian.
Okay, I'm gonna roll anyway. Roll 3d6 and 8.
Maximilian, you try to look towards the area that Delwyn's pointing at, but you don't see anything. Gwenaël, you do catch sight of some of the leaves rustling, the shrubs rustling, and you catch sight of a humanoid-looking silhouette with fur.
Oh, dear. Mon ami?
Vic
Enemies?
pulls out a grenade from his pouch, as well as an axe on his other hand.
I think we have problems of the lupine variety. I think it is a werewolf.
Do we know if werewolves are intelligent or if they are just like mindless beasts?
You can roll a check for that. I will allow the natural lore.
12.
12.
None of you are sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
None of you are
Whoever
sure.
you are,
Definitely
come
not.
out or we will be forced to harm you, I say.
When you call that out, several of the shrubs around you starts to move, and out emerges a total of 7 werewolves.
Oh,
They
crap.
currently have you surrounded, and they are growling at you, foaming at the mouth, drooling down, and they start to approach you slowly and cautiously. They're circling around you as if in total sync with each other as they hone in towards your direction. Victor yells out, if you wolves know what's better for you, better back off. I've got these grenades in my hand and I know how to use them. The werewolves don't seem to care. They move towards you. And if you guys want to react, go right ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. Once they get a few yards of you, the entire pack charges and leaps towards your direction. One pounces on Gwenaël, another one pounces on top of Delwyn. You guys can roll your acrobatics to dodge.
Okay.
Vic tries to toss one of his grenades at them, but the werewolves are so fast that they manage to dodge out of the way as it lands and impacts the ground. Okay. These wolves are too fast, and they manage to pounce on top of you.
Does my exploration stunt bonus add into this because you get a +1 for surroundings when I was thinking of taking, because I'm pretty sure I have enough for that. It's a 2-point one, I think. Or was it 3 points?
When did you do that stunt? When did that stunt happen?
When I was seeing in the bushes earlier, I was going to look that up, but I got distracted. Hold on, let's see. What book is the exploration stunts in?
Pretty long ago.
That was pretty,
Is that
yeah.
2 reference sheets of them?
I don't.
No, that was not even a minute ago.
I don't think you would not have gotten any more information than those are werewolves. I don't think there's
No.
anything else.
That's not what exploration stunt can give you a bonus while in this environment.
You make your discovery from an advantageous position of your choice. That position, however, can't be more than 2 yards away. Blah 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 blah.
I'm just going off of memory here and whatnot. I was going to look it up, but apparently
The one that
Shally's done
gives you
that.
+1 to further tests is 3 stunt points.
Ah, dang it. Never mind then.
Okay.
Dunk.
The werewolves that are on top of you make attack rolls.
Those little bastards.
Mm-hmm.
One, two, 3. Okay, Maximilian, 12 against your armor.
14.
Okay, so
Shields up.
shields up, doesn't hurt you. And then 16 and 12 is Gwenail and Delwyn, respectively. However, you guys are prone.
12's gonna hit anyway.
12's gonna hit. How about Gwenail? Does a 16 hit you?
Yeah, it definitely hits me.
Okay. The damage that you guys take is... For those of you who got hit... Okay. Delwyn takes 9 points of damage from one claw, 8 points of damage from another claw.
This isn't good.
9 points, and then for Gwenail, 5 points of damage from one claw, 9 points of damage from the other claw. Maximilian,
Yep.
the wolf that is on top of you, it tries to claw at you and bite at you, snaps at you, but it doesn't penetrate through your armor. The wolf is about to snap at you and aim for your jugular, but then it stops as it looks into your eyes. You look back at the wolf's eyes, and for a split second, you can't help but feel a brief sense of familiarity. The wolf grunts at you as if shocked and said, "Waxy Maxy?"
What is this sorcery? How do you know my name? Try and push it away with my shield.
The wolf backs off.
Okay.
The wolf leaps
God.
off of you, and leaps off of you, and then again he's huffing and puffing as if the wind was knocked out of him, and he looks at you with very familiar eyes, saying again, "Waxy Maxy."
What? Is that you? I love my god.
The werewolf in front of you, Maximilian, turns to the rest of the pack, and he howls. As soon as he howls, the werewolves stop what they're doing and they jump off of the respected creatures that they were on, but they're still on guard. And the werewolves are keeping an eye on each of you, but they're also glancing over curiously at the werewolf that was attacking Maximilian. You're not dead, the werewolf says to you.
Do I recognize who it is?
Yes, there's only one person
Yeah.
who calls you Waxy Maxy. There's only one person who calls you Waxy Maxy.
Again, I mouth at Delwyn. Waxy Maxy.
I'm alive, but how are you alive? What is going on? Why are you this?
The one of the wolves growls at the wolf that's talking to Maximilian. He says, "Cornstead, what are you doing? These are trespassers to our lands." The werewolf snarls at the other werewolf and says, "Wait, I know this one." And he turns back to Max. Your question to him was, what happened to you?
Yeah, how did you become this? What happened to you?
The werewolf says, After the blight hit, things got very bad all over Ferelden. So I joined forces to help out with the blight. I ended up here in the forest looking for the Dalish to see if they would help. But I was attacked and turned into this.
Well, I'm on the same quest, Plim. Help me and save yourself. Save everyone. I drop my sword to the ground. I'm not here to harm you. I'm here to help you.
So the other wolves are very, very suspicious of this whole thing, and one of them, another one's calls out to Plim and says, "Cornstead, what is the meaning of this? The lady will not be pleased if we left these trespassers live." Why don't the Plim turns to the werewolves and says, "Why don't we let the lady decide for herself whether or not we should take their lives?" The werewolves again look very upset. They look at him disapprovingly, but they don't argue with him. He turns to Max and says, "You will come with us?"
We will. Take us to this lady, and let us be judged.
"Who exactly is this lady?" Vicious Vic asks. The Plim goes over to the dwarf and sniffs him. He says, "You don't sound very tasty at all." The dwarf says, "Hey, wait a minute, I resent that."
I wouldn't be saying that if I were you.
Quiet boy, the dwarf says, I've heard the ladies have called me quite tasty indeed, the dwarf says.
I
Did not need to know that.
The Plim turns to the dwarf and says, "I used to use that line. Amateur. Doesn't work on the ladies as much as you think."
Looks like you met your match, Vicious Vic.
Yeah, whatever. So wait, we're going with them? The things that were just now trying to kill us?
Well, things have changed now, haven't they? We're
If we
alive.
don't go with them, they're just gonna go back to trying to kill us, so...
Ugh. That's when the Plim motions for the pack to follow him as you guys, I guess, follow the pack to wherever it is they're taking you.
Yeah, pick up my sword as well.
Things are very tense. The werewolves obviously do not trust you at all. However, they seem to be following whatever Plim is saying, and for the time being, that will have to suffice. You guys arrive at a great ruins, stone ruins. If you have played the Origins game, you know what this looks like. And as you are walking, you have some time to converse. So if anyone wants to converse with anyone, Maximilian perhaps, you can do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Maxie?
Damn it, you beat me to. I was like, yeah, okay, I pipe in and said, yes, I'm quite wondering about that as well. I thought you preferred Maximilian.
Indeed.
He does, the wolf says.
Clearly you know this. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Thanks for mentioning that, by the way, Plim.
He says, "It's been a long time since anyone's called me that. I thought I would return the favor. Everyone around here calls me Cornstead." Or one of the wolves, finishes a sentence. Corny.
That is pretty funny.
You didn't have to say that. The Plim snarls at the wolf that revealed his nickname.
So, Plim, this lady we're going to talk to, I'm hoping she's a good judge of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, She is very fair. I trust that she will listen to... At least she will listen to my judgment.
Very well then. We'll
I
do what
wanna-
we can.
I don't want to be the person who says this, but is she like you?
She like me?
Yeah.
Irresistibly handsome, you mean? The werewolf says. Plim's still Plim, it seems, to a degree.
Oh, if that was the case, I would have said like us, but...
Oh no, not the two of you.
You know, like you and your companions.
The wolf grins, and little by little, as you're talking to him, the humanity. Before, when you first met Plim, he seemed very feral, and as you converse with him, it seems like the humanity is coming back to him, almost as if he's not used to having conversation with people. So he's starting to get it back a little bit.
So, I'm pretty awkward. I don't really know what to say. Still,
So, Plim. Alright. Maximilian, so where do you know Plim, Corny, Cornstead, whatever you before?
Plim.
Plim. So, Plim and I were guardsmen together in Denerim.
Ah.
Yes, that was very long ago. Feels very long ago.
But for me it isn't, my friend. You remember when we cornered Vicious Victor in that alley?
Yes. Wait a minute. He looks at you and then he looks at Vic. And
Yeah,
Vic
that's
kind of stretches. Well, so anyway, that lady, what does she look like? Is she cute? The Plim says, so, this is not what I expected to happen when I woke up this morning. Plim says, what are you doing here as well? The vicious Vic says, I am actually escorting these people to find the Dalish elves. Which looks like you already took care of them, so I don't know why we're wasting our time if they're clearly not here anymore.
Oh, Plim! Are there any elves left? We need their help.
The Plim says, I'm sorry, Maxi, but there are no more elves left here in the forest.
What happened to them?
Yes.
The lady can tell you the story better than I can. And it's at this point where you guys enter into this main chamber in the temple, and you see several other werewolves. Oh, appears to be dozens and dozens and dozens of them watching you as you enter. They sniff towards your direction, growl at you, but they don't attack. Centered around them is this woman who looks dryady like. Again, anyone who's seen Origins knows what this woman looks like. Her feet look like it's wrapped in twigs, and her skin is completely green with very with wide black eyes. And Plim goes up to the lady, bends down, and says, I'm sorry, my lady, but these are, at least, this is an old friend of mine and his friends. I wanted them to come speak with you so that they can understand our situation. The woman says, in a very soothing voice, she says, thank you, Cornstead. I will take it from here. Cornstead gets up, rises up, and he sort of, motions for you all to move forward. The lady says, I apologize if my brethren attacked you. We are very territorial, especially during these times. Most of the people who arrive in our lands, the Darkspawn, mean to take over what little territory we have left.
An enemy of my enemy is my friend. We too seek to hunt down and destroy the Darkspawn. At least that's our goal.
That's very noble of you, she says. What power do the four of you have that you think will be able to take down the Archdemon?
Well, the parchment. Gwen, the parchment.
Yes. It is not exactly what power, though we are skilled, that we possess pulls that parchment, but we have a very interesting story, and this, which I believe maybe holds some answers.
The lady looks at the parchment, and she says, "Ah, I see. It is written in an ancient elven script, and you wish to find the Dalish in order to help translate it."
That is correct,
Yes.
lady.
I am afraid that the Dalish are no more in these parts. You see, my brethren, they were cursed by the keeper of the Dalish clan. We had been trying for years to try to ask the keeper to please lift the curse, for this was a curse that was inflicted upon them before they were even born, the ancestors of their ancestors. It did not seem right for them to suffer for the crimes that their grandparents had committed. Yet the keeper, Zathrian, would not speak to us. He refused. Eventually, we got desperate, and little by little, members of his clan started getting sick. The clans lashed out at us, and we were forced to defend ourselves. It was self-defense, I hope you understand. At the end, there were many casualties on both sides, and it was us who survived.
That is unfortunate.
Do
Do you perhaps know someone who can translate this for us?
We have managed, out of respect to those that we had killed, we managed to acquire and preserve the artifacts that they had at their camps, so that they would not be tainted by the Darkspawn. You may look through them if you wish. Perhaps there is something in there that will help you.
Gwen, I think it is up to you now.
Right.
I thank you very much, my lady.
The one of the wolves calls out, "My lady, you're just going to let them wander around freely here? They will let other people know where we are. They will let other people know of our hideout. And do you think that you can trust them?" The lady says, "We are already as good as dead. I doubt that anybody will care about a group of walled up werewolves amidst the blight." The werewolf ends up not responding to that.
The lady is very wise.
Plim says, "Yes, he is. But if she was a little bit younger, I might have tried to make a move or two," Plim says. He says this
Really?
he says this as a whisper, like not in front of the lady.
I bet you would. Just don't try to push her on me. You know I don't like it.
I don't know. You know, the barky features, they kind of match. He says that jokingly.
Perhaps we should check out those artifacts. Will you lead us there, Plim?
Yes, Plim will take you over to a chamber that contains some chests. And
Monsieur Plum.
yes,
Thank you, my friend.
I have a question. Are any of your fellows here perhaps elven, or do elves not become werewolves?
elves do become werewolves, and yes, several people here used to be from the Dalish clan. But their minds have been corrupted too much, and many of them don't even remember their previous life.
But you hung on, didn't you? That's impressive.
I'm very stubborn, he says.
Indeed you are. Well then, let's finish this.
He will take you to a chamber, and inside you find some chests. Inside the chests are the following. There are a journeyman, somebody should be writing this down, by the way.
Yep.
A journeyman nature rune, a novice rune of impact, a journeyman rune of protection, and a journeyman rune of defense. There is also a staff made of iron bark. Plim will say, the staff used to be owned by the keeper himself, Zathrian. Zathrian's staff is made of iron bark, by the way. He will explain that. Well, I mean, I don't know if anyone will explain that, but it is made of iron bark, FYI.
Yeah, okay, so this staff, keeper staff, made from iron bark. That's
Good, yeah.
You,
Powerful stuff, I believe.
you, Maximilian, believe that if you wish, you might be able to repurpose this staff. You might be able to ask Wade to repurpose it into something else, if you wish.
I believe this smith I talked about, he was looking for iron bark as well. If you wish, we might be able to use this for something else.
In addition to that, there are approximately 8 sovereigns and 55 silver pieces. 8 sovereigns and 55 silver pieces. And the last thing of interest is a book that contains a book on
Aha.
Elven script. Before I get to the book, let me explain to you the stats of the staff. Let me pull out Wade's page because I put it in the DM notes. Okay, so the Iron Bark staff gives the wielder +1 to magic, +1 to communication, and once per day you can use it to cast Shape Earth. There's a spell called Shape
Whoa.
Earth that you can make it use once per day. Okay? Gwenaëlle, you believe that you can spend time sitting down with the book to decipher the script.
Alright, so I picked the book. With this book, I should be able to, with some time on research, I should be able to decipher the scripture on this.
Ah, that's incredible news. Good work. How long will it take?
Well, I know very little Elvish, as is now. My tutor never really got around to teaching me it, so it would probably take some time, as there is a pretty large language gap. Different language in about 1,000 years at least.
Your research will determine how quickly you're able to decipher the text.
But for all I know, maybe it's very similar to Orlesian.
Go ahead and roll your research check, just so we can see.
Okay.
16. Wow. Okay. At the very least, you can probably translate the whole thing in a couple hours, but you can get the gist of it in 30 minutes. The gist of it in like 30 minutes or so. Half.
Actually, this is bringing back a lot of memories. And this is very well comprehensive. It must have been written by the keeper or something themselves. So for the first, so I might be able to figure out the basics of what we need in a matter of hours. Well, at least a day.
That's very good. All right, good. Then I got a few hours at least with my good old friend before we had to head out again.
Where are you going? Plim asks.
Right now, we don't really know, but you know what? I
We
got
will
one
soon.
hell of a story to tell you, my friend. One hell of a story.
As you guys are on your way out, Plim will approach the lady and will bow down and says, "My lady, may I ask for a request, please?" The lady says, "Certainly, Cornstead. What is it that you wish to ask of me?" Cornstead says, "My lady, I do not mean any offense to this, for you have been very gracious and welcoming to me since for all this time that I've been here. But with your blessing, I wish to leave with my friend." He says, everybody here have been wonderful, but I don't think I belong here anymore." The lady says, "Of course, I will not prevent you from leaving. Just understand that under condition, Cornstead, most people out there will not accept you."
My lady, if I may have a word. We are currently traveling in a band of misfits. We understand what it is to be different. He will be safe with us, I promise.
Plim asks, "Are there any female band of there many females within this band of misfits?"
None for you.
A very, very fine female for you, Plim.
Oh. He seems very excited. Well, in that case, sign me up.
Glaring daggers.
Victor says, wait. You're telling me we're bringing a werewolf back on the ship? Do you really think the captain is going to allow a werewolf onto our ship?
Have you seen this guy's muscle? Of course she'll allow it.
She let you on there, didn't she?
Vic doesn't respond.
Nice.
The lady says, "Well then." She will turn to the guardsman. "You are his friend, yes?
I am.
Please, take care of him. We've been trying to find a cure for this for a very long time, and I'm afraid there's nothing more we can do for him."
I understand. We'll do our best. Battle the Darkspawn. And perhaps find another solution to this plague. We'll see.
Then it's done. Plim, Plim says, as like the screen says, "You've new party has joined." New party member. We have a werewolf. Just to save time.
That should prove useful.
Yeah.
Just to save time before we close, Gwenail, I will assume that you will have time to, in the very near future, research the script and start translating at least the gist of the parchment. So I will tell you for next time that the parchment appears to be a ritual that allows one to travel back in time. The problem is, in addition to some of the typical ingredients that you would have to cast spells in a ritual as complicated as this, because it's also you can probably tell right away that it not only has very complicated steps to casting the ritual, there are also very rare items that are required to activate this ritual. The items include volcanic aurum, red lyrium, and star metal.
Red
Oh, wow.
lyrium? Star metal?
Roll a cultural lore or a magic. Gwenail, or whoever. I mean, really, whoever. Probably Gwenail. This really would be more of a Gwenail thing.
15.
Gwenail, Red Lyrium, you remember mention, probably some point during their circle days. There was a rumor. It was only a rumor, but you've heard of Red Lyrium before. Not really sure if at the time if it was real or not, but there was a rumor going around that there was experimentation being done on Red Lyrium in the Ferelden Circle of Magi. You also remember Eveline mentioning that she gave a statue, her totem, to her cousin in Redcliffe, which was made of star metal. You also know that volcanic aurum is a very rare substance that's found under the ground. So rare that you're not really sure where to get it, except the best place that you think you might be able to acquire volcanic aurum is in Orzammar. So, your assignment before the next session is to, ahead of time, give me an idea of where you think your party will want to go next. Knowing that there is possibly ingredients in Redcliffe, Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi, respectively.
Awesome.